Hi, I'm Bunny Cakes and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the rapid fire book tag. This was originally done by GirlReading and I will link her video below. The first question is ebook or physical book. I go back and forth. Sometimes I find ebooks much more convenient because I've always got like my phone with an e-reader on it in my pocket. But I also like physical books. I like that tactile feel. I love the smell. I love that experience. Paperback or hardback. I'm the same way. I like paperbacks. I like hardbacks. I'll take either one. Um, Online or in-store book shopping. For me, because there aren't a lot of bookstores near me, I typically go online. But if there were more bookstores, then I would probably spend all of my money at all of the bookstores. Um, Trilogies or series. Um, I like both. I don't like endings, so as long as a story has more to tell, um, I'm open for it being way more than a trilogy. Um, One of my favorite authors, Terry Brooks, he has this huge series, the Shannara Chronicles, but he breaks the series down into trilogies, which I think is cool. So it is actually both. Um, Heroes or villains, it depends on the story. Sometimes you fall in love with the villain, sometimes you fall in love with the hero. Um, Sometimes you think you're falling in love with the villain and it turns out he's the hero, and sometimes it's the other way around. A book that you want everyone to read. Um, you are going to hear me talk so much about this book on my book channel because I'm pre-filming all of these tag videos, and I just finished watching. I just finished reading this book called The Book Jumper by Mechtiel Glosser, and I am so in love with it. And so yeah, The Book Jumper. Everybody needs to read that book. Seriously, what are you doing? Go read that book now. Go check it out. It's at the library. Go buy it. It's on Amazon. um, Recommend an underrated book. The Pecan Man by Cassie Dandridge Selleck. It's such an amazing book, and if it wasn't self-published, we would be talking about it constantly. It's that kind of a book. The last book you finished, The Book Jumper by Mechtiel Glosser. The last book you bought, We Are the Ants. I caught it on a sale um, on Amazon, and I had a gift card, so I got it like basically for free. um, the weirdest thing you've ever used as a bookmark. Um, my cat's tail. It wasn't like a very long bookmark, but my cat likes to curl up with me when I read, and typically she will lay at least some part of her body on the book. And so if I have to reach for something, I will use whatever part of her body is on the book as a temporary placeholder. And most recently, it was her tail and her paw. Um, so let's see, used books, yes or no? Absolutely. Um, as long as it's not absolutely falling apart or destroyed or whatever or missing pages, I got no problem with used books. I love used books. When I buy used books from like half price books or thrift books, I get way more books for my money. And generally, in my experience, they've been in great condition. So why not spend like a 5% of the price on a used book and then get 12 books instead of one book? Do the math. I'm wearing my glasses. I can do the math. Um, let's see. Top three favorite genres: horror, mystery, fantasy. Borrow or buy. Um, Either way. Um, I've actually got three books right now that I'm borrowing from two different people. Um, that they want me to read because they think they'll be good for me while I'm healing from my surgery that I'm getting ready to have or will have had. It depends on when this video gets posted. I'm pre-filming. So anyway, yeah, I don't care. Borrow, buy, don't steal. But I also get books from the library all the time. That's almost that's basically my primary source of books, is borrowing from the library. Characters or plot? Um, I'm going to need both, please. Um, both. Long or short books? Again, both. I do tend to gravitate more towards long books because, as I said before, I don't like endings, so I like to drag it out. But I also like really deep stories, and that tends to take more pages. But I also really enjoy short books and short stories and novellas, and even poetry. Um, Long or short chapters? I think that really depends on the book. Some books flow better with long chapters, some with short, some with a mix. Um, Name the first three books you can think of. The Hate You Give, because I'm currently reading it. It, because I finished reading it a few weeks ago and I need to watch the movie. And The Final Girls, because it's on my TBR for October. A book that makes you laugh or cry. The most recent book that made me laugh was The Hate You Give. There was a little funny bit in it. As heavy as that book is, I love that there's some funny stuff in it. And a book that makes me cry every single time, and it's one of the only ones I reread, is Flowers for Algernon. Um, and you may ask, why do you keep reading that book if it makes you cry? And it's because sometimes I need to feel the things, and when I need to feel those things, that book helps. Um, let's see, our world or fictional worlds? Can I do both? I want to do both. Um, Audiobooks, yes or no? For me, mostly no. And it's not that I have anything against audiobooks, it's that um, my attention span when it comes to listening to things is not so good. So I will find myself spacing out or zoning out, and I don't hear what's going on. And then I realize like 20 minutes later that I haven't heard the last 20 minutes of the book. And so I have to find where I was, where I stopped paying attention, and it happens over and over again. It's very frustrating. So I tend to not listen to or read audiobooks. Um, do you ever judge a book by its cover? Absolutely. I have several books currently on my TBR that I know almost nothing about, but they had pretty covers, and so I checked them out from the library. I hope they're good. um, let's see, book to movie or book to TV adaptations. In the past, I would have said book to movie because movies have awesome production value. But lately, with what we've been seeing from TV shows like from Netflix and HBO with Game of Thrones and that sort of thing, I want TV shows because they have longer, they can go into more detail, they don't have to cut as much stuff out. And so, yeah, book to TV shows every time. Um, and the final question is series or standalones. I'm going to probably lean more towards series because, as I've said before on my channel, I don't like for things to end. And so series are great for that. But, I mean, I love a good standalone too. So both, but I tend to lean towards series because it means that I have longer until the end of the story. So that's the final question. And I'm going to leave this tag open because I'm pre-filming and I forgot to go through my list of favorite booktubers and whatnot and see who hadn't done this tag. So if you watch this video and you want to do this tag, by all means do this tag. Nobody tagged me and I did this tag, so you're welcome to do this tag. So thanks for watching and keep reading.